Can you guys hear me? I hope you can. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to move with the assumption that you can because guys, I'm going for a walk to South and I need you to join me in this way. This is very impromptu and last minute. Yeah, I think you can hear me. If you can hear me, there's currently nobody on this live because I didn't say I was going live. Don't worry, I don't blame you. Yeah, before I start anything, I want to thank everybody who has ridden with me from the beginning of this journey. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Anybody that has joined, oh, for those of you that have just joined, hello, 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 hello. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just send me a thumbs up or something so that I can know because I'm using my headphones. Can you hear me? Okay. You can hear. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Because you can never know. Sometimes people don't respond. Hi, hello, Sandra. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. How you, darling? This is live, live. This is not. I'm just realizing that when people say live, they don't actually mean live. Lol. So this is live, live, y'all. You're going to come with me. We're going to do things a bit differently today. Those of you who have joined some of my lives, you know that sometimes I am walking. Hi, Sandra. Thank you, love. Hi. So I'm going to go for a little walk and we're going to talk. I'm going to talk. Before I start, though, I was saying it before, there was nobody here. Let me say it again. I want to thank everyone who has, stayed and helped me with the channel. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I love you. And yeah, this is oh god, I'm doing a lot. Just coming out of a friend's house, which was gorgeous, by the way. Last time I did Wimbledon, which was gorgeous. Unfortunately, the network was not on my side. So guys, let's hope to God the network doesn't embarrass me today. Good. How's everybody doing? How are you preparing for Christmas? How are you guys getting ready for Christmas? I hope you're with loved ones. If you're not with loved ones and you're going to have to spend it alone, I said I was going to do a thing to do a poll so that we could do a Discord and watch some of the With Love Megan episodes. I forgot to do that, guys, and I'm so sorry. But what I will do is I will put a poll up because maybe Boxing Day. Let me know. If not, look, it's okay to also have time with the family. It doesn't have to be a thing. But I hope all of you, wherever you are, are getting some rest and getting ready for the Christmas break. And I hope that you're managing sad seasonal depression. I always say, my sister is, I go through seasonal depression. I know many people do, but I hope you're getting some rest, taking care of yourself, and yeah, I didn't realize how awkward it is to be filming and walking. People are wondering what you are doing, but it's alright. So yes, hopefully you guys can still hear me. There's quite a lot of activity around me. Where I live is quite busy, so but where I was coming out from was not my home. I went to visit family because it's Christmas, right? So yeah, cool. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Hope you're taking care of yourself. I'm going to start talking about the successes. I just wanted to give you 5 minutes to see who's joining. Don't worry, we are almost at the 5 minute mark, so we can start having a proper conversation. I might take us off the. Oh, sorry. I might take us off the road a bit. Let me see how I feel. If it's too noisy, let me see how I feel. Good, guys. So Christmas is an interesting week, hasn't it? Quite a lot has happened this week. but not necessarily for the Sussexes, unfortunately. But unfortunately, I'm gonna start with the by being shady. We all saw. It's like I feel like every time we think we have, had the last of this Epstein's tragedy. I know people are sensationalizing it because they hate Trump. But if we think about it, it is just a deeply tragic situation. Because kids were hurt and trafficked. Those kids are now women, mothers of their own. But that type of trauma never leaves you, right? It's not something that you get over, And the fact that people who are supposed to be our leaders. Let me see if I can go off the road a bit, guys, so you can hear me a bit better. Yeah, I'll see if I can do that. People that are supposed to be our leaders, the people that are supposed to protect us, have, how do I even say this now? They've turned this into a political witch hunt, as it should be, because why should we have billionaire world leaders who are pedophiles, PDFs, right? The fact that it has been turned into a witch hunt is a big and disgraceful thing, in my opinion. Highly disgraceful. No thought or care about the victims. And that brings me quite nicely to that trash bag Prince Andrew, or Pedro as I call him. And it's disgusting. For those of you who saw my video, you saw where we spoke about Andrew, the emails that he sent saying that he was looking for inappropriate friends, and I sit with that sometimes. Imagine saying something like that. Inappropriate friends. He knows what he was trying to do. Guys, if you don't mind me for a second, I'm going to do something. Let me just turn my camera around. I love architecture, so I hope that they don't chase me. They closed their gate now, and I think they've cleared it up a bit. Look at this old house. It's part of the reason I love living in this country, just coming across homes like this. And I believe this is one person's house. They haven't converted it into a flat. How lovely is that? Look at the architecture. Looking at the home, you can kind of visualize, what it was like its prime. Look at all that land. For many Americans, you probably think this is small, but for us, those of us that live in the UK, this is quite a pretty decent piece of real estate. It's a standalone, or as we call it, a detached. There's enough parking in the front. It's a beautiful house, beautiful home. I've always loved character homes. I believe it tells a story. And this part is known as, I'm in South London, Croydon right now. This real estate will be worth, yes, I know it's a bit run down, but honestly, considering where it is, this would be worth at least £800,000 easy. And I think it will be money well spent, actually, because by the time you put all the fixtures, just get some modern windows, clean it up a bit, and you can still keep the character of the home and turn it into something quite lovely. But yeah, I would say about 800,000. I just wanted to share that with you guys because that's the point of walking, right? We see beautiful older homes. And yes, sorry, let me not get distracted. What was I saying? Oh yes. So let's go back to the topic then. Andrew. Him saying that he wanted inappropriate friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. And it's not surprising, of course. We all knew that Andrew was a pervert. But I think what's interesting is the fact that this man gave BBC, and this is for you people who have seen that ridiculous interview he gave to BBC that basically made everybody, what I love about that interview is I think that's a very modern Um, that's a very modern what's what I'm looking for. The backlash on that interview, that the visceral backlash from everyone, not just people who are on social media, the everyday people like me and you, but even the commentators. That's a very good modern example of people no longer buying the bullshit. Because what if you wanted a very good example of how out of touch and how much these people are living in a bubble? People like to say the firm put them in that bubble. It's not just the firm, they are a willing participant in their own demise. It is that audacity, you know. And if you haven't seen that interview, I highly advise you watch it. Sitting down in front of the whole world, looking at people and telling us that, oh, I don't know who this person is, never met her before, she's lying, I couldn't sweat. Like, the fact that he felt comfortable saying something like that to millions of people, saying that you don't sweat, who the hell do you think you're talking to? If you know what I mean, it's kind of like, why would you? And I think that's kind of what took everybody aback, that you said you wanted to come on the BBC to give this interview. Okay, let's listen to what you have to say. But to try and play in our faces like that, it just, again, goes into my frustration with the British royal family. And not just them, actually, just this power structure we have that think they can talk to us like we're stupid. Like the masses are stupid. Will tell us any nonsense and we'll believe it. You said you don't know this girl. That picture with the late Virginia Giuffre, that in 2019 is Photoshop. And I'm like, that picture was taken what, early 2000s? No Photoshop, I don't even think it existed there. How on earth would she have been able to get such a good, clear picture of you, Andrew? Sorry, I'm trying to see how to cross the road. Ooh, should I keep going? Sorry guys, it seems we have to get back on the main road now. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can. Oh no. One sec, police car. You're watching London Chaos. Sorry guys. Don't worry, there's a part I'm going to get to that they don't allow cars and we will have some peace and quiet. The sooner I get there, the better. I won't lie, it's kind of cold. Wow, what the hell? My fingers are burning a bit. But yeah, let me just quickly show you around. Quickly. See that? See the buildings. It's quite a busy street. It is honestly quite a busy street. Here are the posters. All part of that London groove, if you know what I mean. South London groove. Unfortunately, it's not like Wimbledon. What am I saying? Unfortunately, it's not like Wimbledon. Wimbledon is not that. I like the character of Croydon because you get to see how average people live. Everyday people. And again, Croydon to me is the best part of London because you get to see diversity. Diverse mix of beautiful people from all over the world. And contrary to all the nonsense the right wing is trying to push in the media, we're not being shot on the streets. We're not dodging bullets and hiding for our lives. It's just average people trying to get on. preparing for Christmas. I'm doing everything I can to get us out of this noisy area. Bear with me, guys. Stay with me, guys. So yeah, so what are we saying, Andrew? And yeah, the average person is spreading misinformation, and it's why we do what we do. Why I do what I do. You can't solve every problem, and I don't know where my channel is going to go or how big it's going to get. Or maybe this is as good as it gets. But in my own tiny way, it's all about just trying to tell the truth. Right? Tell the truth and challenge opinions. Get people to think outside the box. You know? Get people to think outside the box. Andrew going on that BBC channel telling us he could not sweat was shocking. And then we come back and we find out now that he was actually engaging with this person, sending emails, talking about arranging young girls. I don't know how people still support this, you know? It's wrong. We should start questioning ourselves. How do you support something like that? How do you support an institution like that? And to protect him, there were also pictures of Andrew, the young girl, with women. They refused to show the pictures and the faces. And Sandrine, I'm lying on their laps. Or was it Balmoral? And also, yes, thank you for reminding me. Even from that interview, from the email, he was saying about, bringing people to Balmoral. Now look, people will ask, royalists will ask, how is this any of our business? Yeah, well, the royals have beaten it into everybody's head, and by everybody, I'm not just referring to British citizens. I'm referring to those of us in the Commonwealth that were colonized by the British. Our parents, grandparents, who were told that the Queen is their mother, that you're all part of this wonderful family under the British monarchy. A lot of and I don't want us to underestimate the trauma of colonization, because I think we talk in great detail about slavery, as we should, the tragedy of it, the horror of it, the inhumanity of it, as we should. But we don't talk about colonization. And I blame us, especially those of us that are children, descendants of colonized people. You know how when we had COVID and everybody quickly moved on with their lives and we didn't really go back to it and talk about it? I think it's the same thing with, but because it was such a traumatic event and we were trying to just get on with everything and get on with our lives, which I understand, our refusal, which I'm beginning to realize is human nature when it comes to trauma, our refusal to talk about it, evaluate the impact, because it did have an impact. It has had an impact. If you see a lot of children that were born in 2020, a lot of them are struggling with some sort of I wouldn't say autism, but like a lot of them are behind. They're not picking up language. And I've seen that with people I know personally, There's something going on there. And I believe it's in relation to being born the year of the pandemic. But the time that I believe we should have taken to evaluate the impact mentally, emotionally, physically COVID had on us, we've not taken that time. It's the same thing as if you think about global events that have happened and how deeply traumatic they've been. It's the same thing as World War II, right? Finish the or even World War One, the Great War, as they call it. You know, they. Sorry, I'm having a brain moment here. Please stay with me. I'm going somewhere. You can't put human beings through such a severe trauma, completely destabilize their lives, and expect them to just get on with it. It is the selfishness, I believe, of capitalism. You want to go back to making money. Nobody is taking a moment to go back and look at the impact the traumatic event had on people. Where am I going with this? I told you guys to stay with me. The reason I bring it up is because of colonization. What our parents went through. I'm Nigerian, for those of you who may not know that. My father and my mom grew up under colonization because the Brits didn't leave until the 60s. I mean, and even though on paper they've left, they are still very much involved in our socio-economic and political landscape. But they told our parents that they were not good enough. Their language was ugly. And it's like colonized communities wanted to show their colonial masters or colonial terrorists, as I call them, that they were good enough. Look, see, we're not like the others. We speak good English. We will wear your clothes. We will denounce our traditions, denounce our culture, our religion, because we want to fit into your world. Because you have beaten it, killed us, lied to us, stolen from us, told us that what was ours, what came from us was not good enough. And we believed you. By fire, by force. We believed you. And now here I am, a Nigerian, wearing Western clothes and speaking English. Not because I chose to learn English, because I wanted to travel around the world, but because it was part of my educational curriculum. Not the language of my father, English. And why is this important to know? So that we understand the impact of colonization. This is not just they came on our land and they took and they really, really destroyed people's. If you think about all the things they took from us, there's no way to. I don't think we can, even as human beings today, properly understand how severe an impact colonization had on us as the people. And the reason I bring this up is so that people understand why there is a vested interest in holding the RF accountable, so that they understand why, for many of us, the Duchess is such a powerful symbol, because that poor woman, who by the way did not ask for it, let's be very fair, has become a symbol to many of us of why the RF is inappropriate, why they should be held accountable, why we should stop coddling them. because they've told all of us that they are so entitled, they are so powerful, they are so superior to us that they can do what they like, a la Andrew. That's where that long tirade was going, so that you understand. There's a lot of people come on my channel and say, you don't live here, you don't look like us. How does this affect you? It affects me because I carry the burden of colonization. My ancestors didn't ask to be colonized. I carry their trauma in my DNA. Both my parents are Nigerian. And I see colonization as a burden. So there's a lot from my history that I will never know. And somebody has to be held accountable for that. My father's people can trace their lineage to the great Benin Republic, the Benin Empire. Our statues are sitting in your British museums. We've asked for you to give them back, and you're negotiating it with us. Something that you stole. So yeah, that's why it's very personal for me. And that's why we have to hold them accountable, guys. Because if you check your history, whether you're Black American, African American, African Brazil, Caribbean, you join me in that burden. That burden of trauma that none of us asked for, but we all have to carry it. Oh, let me show you where we are. Sorry, very quickly.
There is carry those stories and tales of glories of Christmas long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, that's you know, I'll give it to the guy. He's trying his best. This is not the most exciting part of the world. It's Croydon, but I like Croydon. Everybody's always bashing Croydon. I like it. Does it need a bit more investment? Yes. But that'll come. It'll come. It's our community. But yeah, sorry. And it's where I'm spending my Christmas. I like it, you know. Let me show you guys again. I don't know if you guys have something like this in America. I've been to America before, so I know that your town planning is weird. Wow. You know, they're bringing shops. They weren't shops here before. So I moved to Croydon about 2 years ago. And one thing that I observed was how run down this community was. But now they're bringing shops. It looks good. Maybe more will come. This is Primark. I need to go inside there, you know. I'll decide. But I love the idea that they're trying to build it up and turn everything around. Guys, let me show you something quite cool. You see this? This used to be, I'm not sure, I saw this somewhere, I'm not sure if this is true. But I think this used to be a monastery, like a mini nunnery. It's actually still active. And it's one thing that for those of you who've been to the UK, you could be walking and come across a beautiful old church, nunnery, monastery. Check it. All deliveries via check it, Croydon. We have trams here, by the way. Let me see if I can get to the nunnery.
No, I don't think so.
Can we? Oh yeah, it was a hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. So you can see this church, nunnery, whatever it used to be, stretches round. We have a tram line here. I don't know if you saw the tram when I had the camera up before. I don't think any has passed. So hopefully now things will get significantly quieter. Where I was walking through is what we call West Croydon. Not exactly the poshest part, but whatever. I love it. I like the community. Let me show you. I think this is a new place. I haven't seen this place before. I have a lot of chicken shops here. Not particularly sure why. This used to be something, but they'll turn it into something, I think. So you can see what I mean about the rundown nature of it. Yeah. We're supposed to have this big investor, multi-million-dollar investor, pound investor, coming in to build something for us. I don't know if that's still going to happen, but I believe there's. Oh, let me show you this, guys. There's a lot of infrastructure here. You can see what it used to be. You can see what it used to be. All of that infrastructure. Like I said, one of the best things about living in London, the UK for me, is you just be walking and come across so much history. And I don't like, and even though the posh areas are very pretty to look at, I'm not even going to front, they are. There's nothing like coming to everyday normal places, because you can still see that same beauty, you know. The thing with Croydon is Croydon has a very rich Black Caribbean history to it. Black African history. One of the few parts of the UK. Look at the tram, guys. Can you see it? Lovely. It's a Nando's, which I hate. I've hated Nando's since I was in Nigeria, so something about the way they season that chicken doesn't work for me. So you see all this rundown infrastructure. You know, if somebody came to put millions of pounds into this place, it would be an easy investment, because the architecture is already here. You don't have to necessarily build anything. You can literally take what you have and do something with it. So I'm hoping that in the future that will happen. Let's see. Sorry, I just wanted to show you around because I am walking. I put that on there. Ooh, some more pretty architecture. See that? This is actually a pub, a very nice pub. I do like a pub. Anybody who knows me knows I love a pub. I love me a pub. Oh, okay. We'll walk through the spread eagle. Yes. See that? Beautiful. Now, see, guys, it's much quieter. I told you that we'll get to a point where we can get away from the noise. Yeah. And we come back to the conversation then of, yeah. And this is why, I was looking at the trades today. The trades. They are really talking about this Andrew thing, you know. You saw for those of you who saw my video, I think I did a short about it. LBC covered it, and I know Daily Mail had a very quick, because they always like to change news when they get that call. They had a quick touch on it, but they got rid of it because I'm sure they got that call. So when the British monarchy pretend that they can't influence the media, I roll my eyes. Oh wait, check this out. This is for those of you who love board games. We have board games around here. I believe I'm in South Croydon now. Yeah. The thing about South Croydon is, and I know a lot of people like to drag Croydon, which is rude in my opinion. They always say that South Croydon is the Beverly Hills of Croydon, and you're about to see why. If you got a chance to look at where I was walking from, It looks a bit rough, a bit run down, not necessarily very posh. You know, it looks very run down and But now we're heading to South Croydon, and you'll see what that looks like to some extent. I'm so glad my camera, my network has held, you know, because when I went to Wimbledon, it just embarrassed me. I went off, which just goes to show the so-called posh part, Wimbledon, network is terrible, but Croydon, which everybody drags, which is actually a very lovely piece of the world, network has stayed. So it just goes to show. Sorry, I had to pay attention to cross. Okay, we're still on the road, but it's not as noisy as where I came from to some extent. So, that entitlement and refusing to report facts brings me quite nicely to Kate. I think this is a decent roundup, I think. Not even just Kate, let me be fair to her. So they released a list of the annual engagements from the royals. This list actually kind of surprised me, guys. You know why? Because the king, yes, the old man with cancer, the king, had the most engagements in 2025. And guess where your future king was placed? I think he had approximately 540 engagements this year, while struggling with cancer treatments, while not working full time. 540 engagements approximately, ladies and gentlemen. And your future king, William, who is what, 30 years at least younger, doesn't have cancer, had a whopping 200 engagements. And I have a feeling they are lying, because there ain't no way, there is no way, ladies and gentlemen, that William had 200 engagements this year. I'm not even particularly sure if I believe the king's 500, because how is that possible? I do not think we saw him 500 times. So I'm curious to know what they are calling engagements. It might be they are inflating it with, okay, he spoke to his secretary, engagement 1, and he stood and took a picture, engagement 2, you know what I mean? He took a Teams call, engagement 3. Don't forget, this year the king became a DJ for Apple Music for some reason. Maybe that's engagement 4. So they put all these ridiculous nonsense together and call it engagement, which is, even if which, let's keep it 500%, that's most likely what they are doing. It's still baffling that William only did 200 engagements approximately. I am rounding down, by the way, because I think his came to 202. How is that possible? How? Because what they are saying, ladies and gentlemen, is even with the inflated nonsense Teams meetings, maybe taking a picture here or there, maybe quote unquote pretending to run into fans, William's engagements were still 300 engagements less than his sick father, who wasn't working full time. In any other situation, this would be a freaking crisis. This would be a crisis. Because what do you mean the healthy heir of the king only pulled off 200 engagements? He pulled less than half of the engagements his father did while sick. And even if you want to say, okay, how come? Because I've always wondered how it's possible that your father is sick, Why can't they hand over some of his engagements to you, the healthier child? Why? Why can't they do that? Why is the kid? Why don't they have any protocols in place to say your dad is ill, maybe, and is not physically able to be available for certain things? Let's hand them over to you, the future king, so that you can get some experience, you can get more visibility. I'll get back to William. Let's talk about the most the most popular royal herself, somebody who is considered to be, according to polls, the most liked, special, wonderful, can do no wrong, greatest thing since sliced bread of our modern times, Kate, Princess Catherine, Skeleton, as I call her. I mean, her engagements must be, oh sorry, what was that? Where's Kate on the list? Kate is not on the list, guys. Let me say it again. They had a list of, which was meant to represent a count of all the engagements the monarchy have done this year, and your future queen, the most special, most popular, most anticipated, most needed, the greatest woman in the world is not on that list. So while the king got approximately 540 engagements and her husband got 200, let's call it 200, Kate Middleton is not on that list. I was looking at the more popular Kate Middleton fan pages because I was quite curious to hear their thoughts on this fascinating finding. Nothing, not a peep, guys, on the most famous, highest anticipated member of the royal family not even being on the list of engagements for the year. And someone is going to get up and tell me that I'm a hater. She has cancer, or she had cancer, or she never had cancer. I'm a hater, guys. And of course, to notice how they quickly released that list, because it wasn't lost on me. They quickly released that list while the Andrew news was all over the media. Maybe they were hoping nobody would notice or talk about it or ask them about it, because it's odd, no? It's not odd. It's not odd, ladies and gentlemen. It's not odd. And when we call out these things, not just because we want to troll them, because I'm not going to lie, yes, I want to troll them, but because we want answers. Our tax money is funding your lifestyle. Claim that you are doing work on behalf of the British people, which justifies our tax money funding your lifestyle. So you should be able to give answers on what you are using that time to do. Nada. Nada. So I'm in South Croydon now. taking you guys around. Somebody who loves old architecture. Let me show you something. Sorry, I don't know what happened, guys. Oh, I'm just seeing all your messages. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to show you South Croydon a bit. And yes, there was somebody caroling. Look at this lovely pub architecture. They have a place they do live singing and shows. Oh, they closed down. Oh, that's very disappointing. I didn't know they closed down. This used to be a pretty nice bar, you know. Very bougie, very nice. Oh, that's a shame. I don't like seeing bars closed down. I think in the current socio-economic situation, it's not really very cool. So this pub, see this pub, guys? That was somebody caroling, yes. Sorry, I wasn't getting the messages. Let me see if I can go in and get a quick cup of tea. Then we can continue our conversation. But we're worth going to. I am at South Croydon. I came to see family for Christmas and I wanted to talk about the Royals or walk around a bit. But my fingers are numb, y'all. I want to see if I can go somewhere else, but I want to map it first. Let me map it first. Jesus, it's freezing. Oh thank God. Yeah, so I was going to enter this place behind me, the store, but they've closed. So let me see if I can get in the pub. So I can plan, maybe I could get to Beckenham, do something cute for Christmas. Oh, sorry. A nice little British pub. Fuck me, my hands are cold. Excuse me, guys, let me quickly get something to drink. People are doing Christmas lunch. Ooh la la. I might get a cuppa. Let me see how I feel. I might get a cuppa. Hello.
Hello, my lovely. How can I help you?
Does they have I'm kind of torn now. It's freezing.
It's cold.
Bloody hell. Can I have Baileys, please?
A Bailey's?
Yes. Why not? It's Christmas.
Why not?
Yeah. Double. No ice.
You got ice as well to warm it up?
No. No, thank you. I'm gonna have a Baileys, guys, so we can plan our next trip. Okay. Go back to that. Oh yeah, I'm going to, don't worry. It's warm in here. Look at that. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe Beckenham. Definitely. Yeah, thanks. Hope you guys are enjoying this though. You get the British experience of Christmas, of course. One sec, guys. Sorry guys, I had to pay for my drink. Got a Baileys. Got a Baileys. Oh crap, sorry. I'll sit here. It'll be a quick drink so I can plan the next move. Let me show you guys the quintessential South, English pub. As somebody who enjoys pubbing, this is kind of like my thing. Oh my God. It's so heavy, the hell? Can you guys hear Michael Bublé? If I hear that guy one more time, I'm actually kill someone. Shit is cold. Hi. My fingers are officially frozen. I completely underestimated how cold it was going to be today. Because in London, we don't really get winter until like January, February, maybe. And even then, it's not like cold, cold. Um, Honestly, I think from like 4 o'clock. But Christmas has become so commercial now. So everybody's kind of like, I think like the place I'm in right now, there's a family here having Christmas lunch or, yeah. I think a lot of people start closing very soon, I think. It's nice, no? You guys are coming with me, and thank you for joining me on this. I just thought this would be a nice way for us to do the live instead of just having a typical type of, phone. I sit in a room talking. You get to experience this community with me. Please let me know in the chat. Have places around you closed for Christmas? I know there are some Americans on the call. Oh, Sandra, you're in North London. Okay. Merry Christmas, love. What time is it? Like, what, 2 o'clock, right? Yeah, the Americans would just be waking up. They probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Merry Christmas. South Croydon. Like I said, they call it the Beverly Hills of Croydon. And I think the reason they do that is because let's keep it 500%. Croydon is very diverse, but this is the whitest part of it. But I have to give it to them though, because of the level of gentrification, they have nicer pubs, nicer bars. Just something that if you're someone like me that enjoys pubs, I do enjoy pubs. I love a pub. Oh my god, guys, I adore. I love going pub hunting. It's part of the reason why I started hiking properly. Like I go to like the most obscure places to find because they tend to have what I feel are traditional British pubs. I like a lot. I like the character of it, the low ceilings, the fire. Well, the club window doesn't have a low ceiling or fire. I love this. If you can hear, they're playing Christmas music. Oh wait, no, they have a fireplace. They don't necessarily have a fire. Let me know in the chat. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Are you with family? Are you with friends? What's happening? Hell yeah. I came in thinking I was gonna have a cup of tea, but like, nah, screw that. It's Christmas. And look, what is more Christmas than Bailey? Every year I'm in North London. Yes. I'm glad you have family. That's good. Where in North London are you? Is it Wood Green? Tottenham. Merry Christmas, Ghislaine. I've learned how to pronounce that name. Is it Ghislaine or Ghislaine? I'm so sorry. Whenever I think I hear, and I'm so sorry for saying, whenever I hear Ghislaine Maxwell, I always struggle to tell anybody that has a similar name, I call it Ghislaine. Oh, Highgate. Highgate. Highgate, yeah. Excellent. Northwest, lovely. My sister lives in Woodbridge. I should come. Yeah. But yeah, what is more Christmas than Bailey's? I always say. You're in New York. Oh, what are you guys doing in New York? I came in because my fingers froze, and I was like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna get one. Like I said, I was gonna have a cup of tea, but the place that I would have gone to, they closed down now. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know if you can't hear me anymore. Something just happened to my headphones. I wasn't sure what that was. Thanks, Sandra, for always hooking me up. Bailey's is doing its work. I haven't eaten today, so I'm getting slightly tipsy. Oh my god. I might do another double Bailey, then we can find where we'll go next. Because I have time. The family is getting to the house. And I don't want to deal with that mess this afternoon. By the time my cousins start fighting and my sister joins in, it's chaos. So I'm like, nah, I'm going for a walk. By the time I get home, hopefully all of you will have calmed down. Save the fight for Christmas Day, is what I always say. But I think it's very cute to see families out and about. That's the Christmas spirit. I might do another Bailey's, you know. Why the hell not? So then we can plan where else we want to go because I have time. It's Christmas. So maybe we can get to Beckenham. Hopefully my battery allows. Oh yeah, I can go. Yeah. Why not? But I might take a bus to get there though. Or the tram. I've already missed that tram because I could work back and get the tram. But I don't want to get all the way to Wimbledon again anyway. The network dies. That'll piss me off actually. I really don't like Christmas music. Am I the only person who hates modern Christmas music? Nobody has been able to do a good job. I'm sorry, it all sounds like commercial pop nonsense. Give me gangster rap Christmas is what I've been saying. Or give me something different. Like heavy metal Christmas. That's what I want. Merry Christmas. I think I'll have another one. Then we can plan maybe the next week. I think maybe Beckenham because Beckenham is very nice. And maybe I can get you guys to kind of experience our trams. You know, I might do that, you know. Let me quickly get more Bailey, right? One sec. Let me get more Bailey. Hiya. Hi. Please, can I have another double Baileys, please? I'm gonna have another so we can plan our journey and get out of it. Sir? No ice, no ice. That's what I'm saying. Like, can give us like a heavy metal Christmas, a hard rock cap like like heavy metal, Afrobeat Chrissy. Give me something different. Hi, Izzy. Hi, Subhadi. Yes. Thank you. 1 second, guys. Let me pay. Thank you. I hate when I have to pay. I have to completely go offline, though. It's because everything is on my phone. This song is not bad, actually. I want some. That's what I'm saying. I want something a bit more different, like more like dance-like for Christmas. Something more dancey. What happened in Bangladesh, Rohit? Give us the tea. Exactly, Sandra. It's Christmas. You need to get lit. If you haven't already started drinking, I don't know what you're doing. As far as I'm concerned, I'm most likely going to be drunk into Christmas. What I'm saying, give us heavy metal, give us Afrobeat Christmas, give us Latino. Oh, they're playing Elvis now. Ew. I don't like the way he sang this Christmas song. It really pisses me off, actually. Because I'm like, why are you singing Christmas like that? This song really, I do not like this song. And she and she bought 2 bottles of Megan's champagne, and I was so annoyed. And I was like, I said, I also bought 2 bottles of Megan's champagne, but I drank the whole thing in like 3 4 days. I was supposed to keep it for Christmas, but then I liked it so much that I thought, you know what, I don't want to share this with anybody. So the thing about me, because I'm such a sparkling wine girly, as soon as the bottle is open, I will drink it. Yes. So I think I finished Megan's champagne in like 3 days. So like I brought some as ever. You brought the champagne. Ah, damn. Hey, cookies. Hi. Exactly. Diversity is the gift. Don't let anybody lie to you. Nobody is getting replaced. I don't even know why you would even say how. We have 7 billion people on earth and counting. Who is getting replaced? I would argue that we have so many people here already. Shit. Don't worry, we're getting. Yeah, that I will admit the champagne is a bit dry, but it's okay. And ooh, do you know what I did with mine? What WD? Can I call you that? WDU. Did you know what I did with mine? So I put because I have small food. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, let me know. I put some of the. I took Megan's. What's it called? I think it was the apricot because I didn't have the straw. Yeah, no, I had the apricot. I froze it up a bit. Thanks, thanks. I took the apricot. I put it in ice. I might do the exact same thing when I get back actually. Because I brought some apricot with me. I did not bring the strawberry because I don't trust my family members. They will finish it before I go back. So I put it in the ice, what do you call it? The ice tray. Put it in the freezer and throw it in your champagne. So just kind of like give it that, that, oh, it was so good. So I'm going to do something similar. Sandra, I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned this. Oh my god, I would sue FedEx because this is not the time to be using shit. Yeah, go ahead, cookies, of course, and thank you for joining me. Oh bless. Don't worry, I'll get up again. I just wanted to because it's surprisingly cold. I think for this time of year in the UK. I mean, it's cold, but it's not like my fingers were actually burning. I was like, so I had to come inside for a bit. So I'm thinking maybe let me see. I'll look around me to see where I can quickly get to just to show you guys around. Like I said, I'm currently because with FedEx, there's no guarantee you will get it this Christmas. No shade because they always say the economy is so bad, and the economy is bad, but people are always out last minute shopping. Everybody knows. I like this pub. I think I like because I'm a big fan of old architecture. So I think the structure of this pub is very nice. It's like one of those places where the ceilings are. It feels like a proper British pub. I don't like when they modernize. A pub is a pub is a pub for a reason. Don't give us new shit. Nobody asked you to modernize. Anyway, if you modernize the pub, to me that's a bar. Sorry, it's the alcohol. This is actually pretty nice Christmas music, so I'm kind of mellow now. Okay, I'm almost done, then we can get going again. I said it's not Christmas without Bailey. So. Many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Yo, what's the biggest bullet I've ever dodged? Ooh. I don't know, you know. Must be not really. But they're playing Destiny's Child now. We get on the road again, guys. My fingers have unfrozen themselves now. Let me see where we can go, like. If you only knew what I'm so. It's definitely Styles Christmas. It feels lovely. It feels lovely. Woo, we gotta go. Yeah. So, actually, you know what? Let me go back inside. Sorry. I need to map where we're going. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Give me a second. Let me map where we're going. Sorry, guys. I have to check. Sorry, guys. I have to check. Whew. So we are South London, as I said. But like, ooh, shit. The place I wanted us to come and chill out in, I think they closed down now, which is sad. So we're gonna go back on the road, maybe head back a bit. You see how lovely the pub I was just in looks like? Yeah. If it gets cold again, I might have to just take the bus, you know. Because it is much colder than I thought it was going to be. Shit, that would be a nice, friendly stroll, but it's actually quite cold. The hell? The hell is it so cold? Oh, check this out, guys. So, like I said, the one thing I love about this place is you can just randomly come across some really lovely architecture. So apparently this used to be a music shop, which doesn't really make any sense. So they probably just sold it now and probably make a lot of money as well. I think it's quite sad that we live in a time where people can't just, you know, have random cute older buildings anymore, because everything has to make money. It's because in the UK we pay something called council tax, which is just, you know, if you live somewhere, a way to pay for bin collection, the police, well, not the police, bin collection, just things that in your council, you know. I think in Americans have a similar tax, but yours is exploitative, as everything in that ridiculous place. I'm not in Kingston Town. I'm in South Croydon. I'm not in Kingston Town. I'm in South Croydon. It's freezing. The fuck? Oh. And I need to get into a car or something, a bus or a tram. Let me see. I'm walking much faster now to see if I can get to the trams. because we don't have daylight for much longer. I don't know if it's the same thing everywhere. I'm beginning to realize some people complain that why does the sun go out at 4 p.m. and I'm like, I thought that was everywhere that had winter. But apparently no, it's only this particular part of the world. It was very interesting to find out that we all share the same. It's going to be late, it's going to be dark misery. I mean, we could technically get to Wimbledon, but what's in Wimbledon? What I want. Oh, shit. I don't think I have the battery power to go that far. Am I going the 405 to get to Croydon? I don't have the battery power to go that far. I wanted to get in the tram, but it's freezing and I don't want my fingers to get frozen again. So let me see. If I can get to Croydon, I could probably get the tram, then we could probably get to Beckenham. Kingston is not near me. Kingston is like, where is Kingston? Where is Kingston actually? Kingston, actually, technically, I could, I think it's around Wimbledon actually, because I can hike from where the house is to Richmond, Kingston, all that area. 40k for a 3-bedroom house with double garage. Well done. That's amazing. Yeah, that's cheap. That's good. You're very lucky. Norwood Junction. What are we doing there? I'm like, cool. Yeah. I literally could have walked to the tram, but I really cannot be asked. It's freezing. It's freezing, guys, and I didn't bring my battery charger. I'll be honest, I didn't think this call would go this long, because every time I've tried to have a live while I'm walking, the network has failed me. So I'm kind of like, hopefully my battery doesn't die. No, sure, why not? Let's go.
312.
Sorry.
Norwood Junction.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, sorry. Okay. Let me see. It's freezing, so I don't want to walk on the bus now. If I can get to a place where I can get on the tram, that would be great. The bus. Estonia! Wow. Merry Christmas. Those of you who haven't experienced British buses before, let me show you. Of course. We are in the bus. I don't take people's faces without their permission. That's not the bus. Yeah. So I want us to get close enough where my lazy ass can come down and maybe get on the tram. Norwood Junction. What's in Norwood Junction?
To Norwood Junction.
Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Gentry, Brightside, Fred. Hello to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Very impromptu, long live. Like I said, I feel like I didn't expect my phone battery to last this long. Actually, no, not even my phone battery. I didn't expect the network to last this long. So I was thinking maybe I might get 30 minutes, because when I tried to do something like this in Wimbledon, the network died. But it really stayed on, guys, for an hour 20. Thank you for joining me. Those of you that are new to my live, hello. Those of of you. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're motivated to join me. Subscribe. On this channel, we talk about the royals at TBFC, talk about the Sussex family. I am a fan of, I'm a ride or die of Duchess Meghan because I think she's been wrongly done by the press. I'm just here to kind of straighten things out. But for me personally, I'm also an avid hiker. I love to go on hikes and walk. So I thought, let's have a hike and talk about the things that I talk about. Bye, Sandra. Merry Christmas to you and thank you for joining. Hi, New Day. Thank you for joining. And yeah, it's Christmas Eve, which is basically Christmas. Not part of the joy, isn't it? So we're all hanging out together today. And you've joined me to go on the bus. I was hoping to get on the tram, but it's freezing. Let me see how I feel. We can get on the tram. I don't know battery will last now. Yeah, walking is good. I think this is also a number of people are struggling with sad is depression. It's cold, the sun is out very long, a lot of people want to, it's kind of human nature to just want to cuddle up in bed and just bed rots. You know what I mean? Come down. Just come down. So I have just done the laziest thing I could have done and got on the bus to get her. Ah crap, the tram is shit. The tram that I was chasing, I can see it coming. I missed that tram. But yeah, I was hoping to get on the tram to get somewhere. Just to show you guys around quickly because the walk I was hoping to do, I am clearly not dressed for it. If I had brought my gloves, this would have been a longer walk, but I did not, however, bring my gloves. And this is the thing, so you see what's so run down about this area? Oh, sorry. That rundown thing I was telling you about, your legs are rubbing. What does that mean? That thing I was telling you guys about is kind of like what I was saying, that Croydon has all this infrastructure, but for one reason or another, one problem or another, it's not been able to, it's kind of, it needs a certain amount of development and investment, because look, they have all the buildings, they have all the infrastructure, they have it all. There's no reason why things shouldn't be working as they should. But a lot of it has to do with, again, historical misappropriation of funds, false promises. They were promising us that they were going to bring in. I just moved to Croydon like 2.5 years ago. Before I moved, we were promised, oh, we're going to give you guys, a Westfield, which is like one of the biggest shopping chains in the world. They have something like that in Shepherd's Bush, West London, East London. We were supposed to get that, but then again, misappropriation of funds. I know who you're referring to, but there's nobody in the hoodie. Sorry guys, I don't know what just happened. So this is the tram I was telling you guys about. Let me quickly show you. So we're kind of back where we came from. This is the tram lane. Here. This is the deadest I've ever seen this place, only because I believe it's Christmas, and as you can imagine, people have either gone home to be with family or you know, yeah. Let me see if we can wait for the tram. Let's see if we can wait for the tram, guys. If not, we'll probably just chuck it back to the game and head home. Like I said, it would have been a much longer walk, but I didn't dress appropriately because I didn't think it was going to be this cold. Oh yeah, let me show you this. The famous or infamous Wetherspoons. This is the Free House, the George. Every time I come out, every time I pass this place, somebody's either about to get arrested, beaten up, or sexually harassed. The police are always here. And again, it's the Wetherspoons. It's kind of like their modus operandi to be a shithole. But you can get very cheap beer to kill yourself with, so there is that. So here's the trams, y'all. I don't know, do I want to go all the way to Wimbledon? I don't know. Wimbledon is a bit too far. I don't have the battery power for it. But yeah, let me show you so you can experience the trams. The trams are coming very slowly. So I'm not going to go to Wimbledon today. I didn't bring enough battery power for that. What I will do, maybe next time, maybe on the 26th, might go check it out. Yeah, you know, I might do it on the 26th. If you guys want to join me, why not? But yeah, this train is going to Wimbledon. See that? See the trams? That's British architecture right there. And just so you know, trams is kind of like a uniquely Croydon thing. Oh, sorry. Very chock full of people, maybe about to do last minute Christmas shopping. Wimbledon is very posh. I know I tried to do it the last time, but maybe I'll do it on the 26th. I want to get some Le Creuset stuff. I'll most likely get in this one. West Croydon. I'm going to get in this one, guys. My lazy ass. I could walk, but it's freezing, and I'm not doing that. Let me see. Okay, I guess we have to wait.
Yeah.
For this one to go away. And now we get into this one. Yes. This one I'm getting into. Oh, God, that's warm. Fucking tramming for me. Yeah, I'm gonna tram. 26, I probably will go on the tram as well. You have Vignash, catch my drift. Oh my God. So yeah, we're coming to the end of this journey. So where this tram is going to take me to is West Croydon bus station. Because I could walk there, guys. It's freezing, and I refuse. Bloody hell! I think when I'm going to Wimbledon, I will wear a proper jacket, and I'll probably leave earlier in the day. So if anybody wants to join my live, I'll probably just show you guys, like, you know, a trip to Wimbledon. Yeah, check it out, guys. So we've seen this before. See how lovely this is. It's different on the train, isn't it? Because you can kind of experience. And I think we're very fortunate to have trams, honestly. Because not many parts of London have a tram. Many of them have the underground, the overground, but like a tram, it feels like you're moving in the city. It's really quite cool. It's quite cool, I think. And it's nice to have, because it feels like you're interacting with your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a thing, it's a blessing. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed my walking today. We're supposed to talk more about the royal family. But you know what? Walking is good. I think we spoke about the royal family. We did. We spoke about Andrew and the scandal of the engagements or the lack thereof of engagements of the royal family, and the fact that they didn't even bother putting Kate's engagement because we all know Kate did effort, but Kate has been on like 9 holidays this year. So I hope British taxpayers are very happy to know that they've been funding Kate's 2 year long vacation. I'm sure that makes me very happy. As for the Sussexes, I mean, is there anything to say? We've already spoken about them. We've already done quite a lot of breakdowns about them. This has been a very good week for Harry. Harry visited with, the people that supported the incarcerated, I think the ex-incarcerated people that supported the firefighting efforts during the LA fires. Went on a private tour, didn't call anybody, didn't call any press. People only found out again last minute. So it's very interesting that people say Harry and Meghan are looking for attention. If he was looking for attention, why didn't he invite the press to come to his event yesterday? He just showed up to make these people, these ex-incarcerated firefighters, feel better about themselves, as a way to thank them. And again, the burden of privilege. If I have to bear the burden of colonialism as the daughter, the descendant of colonized people, then the colonizers and their descendants have to bear the burden of being colonizers. And I think until the royal family and their ilk start looking at their privilege as a burden and not as an entitlement, they will never be able to humanize themselves. The continuous idea that they think that they can continue to lord over all of us while also being human and being victims to our vices is why they will not survive. And I wish somebody could tell the royal family that. But to me, the best thing for the royal family would be for them to honestly go away. But yeah. Let me quickly show you Croydon before this live ends. Like I said, I'm on the tram. It's different seeing it from the tram. I think it's a very beautiful part of the world. It's not as posh as Wimbledon or Kingston or whatever. But there is a beauty in its community, in its diversity. And I think we should give it that respect. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this live. It's a bit different from what we normally do. It's live plus experience. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. If I don't speak to you before then, if the Sussexes don't do anything worth reporting, have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining me today. And I think I'll do something like this on the 26th when I go to Wimbledon, because I will be leaving a bit earlier. Maybe I'll leave around 11. Because I want to do as much as I can do during the day while there's daylight. And yeah, have a Merry Christmas everyone, and take care, and thank you for all your support. Bye.